close. The Denver Nuggets, their third Game 7 in the last 2 years, and they advance a marathon of the series. 80-78, the final score in Game 7. Grant, I feel like that's a throwback to your era as far as playoff scores are concerned. What an incredible defensive effort from both teams, and they also seemed like they were both exhausted in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, they were definitely exhausted, and finally some defense was played in this series. But just even with the score being low, particularly down the stretch, the finish was just incredible. Both teams left it all out there on the floor, and you got to tip your hat to Denver. They made the right plays, and Jokic was huge down the stretch. But I tell you, just an incredible series. Just great plays, great performances, and then of course a great kind of weird, odd finish, but certainly fitting of this series. And so, congrats to Denver, Utah. They could have very easily advanced if Conley shot it going in there. Things could have been different, but this is playoff basketball. Whether you're in Salt Lake or in Denver or in the bubble, you get this kind of performance, and we were all treated to something really special here between these two teams.
Caron, early in the series, or most of the series, we had incredible performances from the guards. It was Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray, 50-point games, 40-point games, 0 turnover games. But tonight it was again a throwback to the big men. Rudy Gobert, 19 points, 18 rebounds. The Joker, 30 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists. They took charge where it mattered most.
Yeah, I think that both coaches probably just went in the locker room and, Grant, this as a former player as well, where, you just got to win your matchup. And I think that Gobert took that personal. Clearly, Joker took it personal as well. And, he really just was dominant down the stretch when you're talking about Joker, and he just had a little more in the tank when was needed, get quality buckets down the stretch. And Donovan Mitchell was doing it all. Struggled with early foul trouble in the first half, was able to have his fingerprints all over the game. And look, you got to give a ton of credit to the Utah Jazz. I don't know if it was Murray just missing shots, but the adjustments defensively, he had a lot of activity around him when he was coming off pick and rolls and all of those things. But, granted, Denver Nuggets found some way with enough gas in the tank to get a quality win.
Yeah, and it's hard to believe that they had that 14-point lead at halftime, and it was tied 70-70, 74-74, then 78-78 before Denver pulled out the victory. Let's go back to that final minute of the fourth quarter and just how incredible it was. Mike Conley was struggling 2 for 13 from the field, but Rudy Gobert again thought he was hit in the face. That would prove to be the final bucket for Utah. And then the Joker, Caron, he can create his own shot. We talked about, can you get me a bucket, guys? He looked good there.
Yeah, sometimes they say your best defense is your offense. The Joker definitely did that. But this, for the life of me, I do not understand why Denver, even though in transition with time remaining on the clock, did not pull that last possession out, because that could have really cost them.
Let's look at it again. Grant, what do you see?
Yeah, Caron's right. You got to pull it out right here. Clock is your friend. You just don't want to get fouled. And you got to understand time and score in the situation. Denver, as great as they've been this whole series and in this game, they're lucky because that bad decision could have sent them home. And that man right there, Donovan Mitchell, I know he's so frustrated right now, but he got to keep his head up high. He was sensational, really, just truly remarkable. But time and score down the stretch, you got to understand in that case. Denver got a little lucky there, I think, with the outcome.
Donovan Mitchell, 22 points, 9 rebounds, 9 for 22 from the field, also 9 turnovers. Let's go to Mike Malone, head coach of the Denver